Thanks for checking out this narration. Before you proceed any further, head on over to my Patreon page and support. It's the best way to support me, and you get all my videos in one convenient place. I was playing video games not long after my mom and sister were leaving, and started hearing knocking. After a while, I naturally got annoyed with it, and walked into my brother's room to tell him to stop knocking on the walls. I instantly blamed him for it, because whenever he plays video games, he lays down and hits the walls with his feet. However, he was sitting on his bed. I just thought it was from next door or something. Then I started feeling I was being watched, but ignored it as I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. It came to around 6:30 and I thought I should make dinner. So I walked into the locker, and as I did, the power went out. I only had my phone, which I always bring when cooking to listen to podcasts or Twitch. And then my little brother started screaming. I grabbed my phone for a light and started walking over to his room when the power suddenly came back on. Must be a power shortage. I walked into my little brother's room to see him angrily yelling. I told him to stop and he said, "I was in the middle of a game with friends and the internet isn't working." After a while, I went back into the kitchen to start finally making dinner. I was going to make nuggets for my little brother, but for some reason the deep fryer wasn't working. So I made him and me some sausages. The whole time I was cooking, I kept hearing knocking sounds. After a while, I walked into my brother's room and told him to stop. He was sitting there but holding a plastic chair with his feet, which I thought was constantly hitting the ground. He said okay and put it across the room. I went back to cooking when the knocking started again. So I did the same routine of walking to my little brother's room to tell him to stop. But I didn't finish my sentence when I saw he was sitting on his bed playing on his Xbox, and the chair was still across the room. "Are you the one knocking?" I said. "No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hear anything." I began to walk out of his room when I heard it again. But it wasn't coming from my brother's room. It was coming from the lounge room. So I walked in there to the front window and turned the front yard light on to see if anyone was actually knocking on the front door. Nothing. I then walked to the back door, which was a sliding screen door, and turned the backyard light on. Nothing. Began cooking thinking it was nothing, but I heard it again. I started thinking of all the bad things. Someone is inside. Someone cut off the power. Someone is waiting for my guard to be down. But then I started thinking logically. It's probably the cat. But when I went to check for him, he was sleeping, away from any walls. I then started feeling thirsty. We have 2 fridges, one inside the house and one outside. Of course, there was no drinks in the inside fridge, so I had to go outside right next to the fuse box to get the drinks. I quickly opened the door, got the drinks, and ran back inside, locking it behind me. I felt unsafe out there. I got my drink and finished cooking, the whole time still hearing the knocking. It's dark, so I thought it was coming from the window right beside me. I realized that we have a door that is right beside the fuse box outside. What if Mom opened it to do something and forgot to close it? It's in the laundry room. Dark and scary. There was no way I was going in there. I still haven't checked. It's been a half an hour and Mom just got home. I still feel like I'm being watched a little, but I don't hear knocking anymore. And a lot safer with Mom here, whose bedroom is right next to the laundry room. Thanks guys for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, you can like and share along with commenting. Has there ever been something unexplainable that has happened to you? If you would like to hear future narrations done by me, click on that subscribe button. If you enjoy this narration, check out some of my playlists in the description below. If you'd like for me to read any of your stories, true or otherwise, please email me at danscares@gmail.com. Until next time, sleep tight.